Seed a grapevine. Vineyards and grape farms normally grow their grapes by grafting. Wild grapes are sown by birds and humans. Grape seeds can be tossed on the ground and allowed to germinate naturally where weather and soil conditions are favorable. Grape seeds have a long dormancy period, so it can take a while for the seeds to germinate as the seeds have very thick coats. However, it is still possible to grow a grapevine from seeds by choosing the right variety that grows easily. Below are tips on how to seed a grapevine. Get the best grapes that will grow in your area. One of the most adaptable ones is the Concord grape. Choose only the seeds from mature and even overripe grapes. Grapevines are usually planted in the spring when the danger of frost is over, so you should be able to time when the seeds have to germinate. It can take about 3 to 4 months to complete the process of germination and waiting for the seedlings to sprout. The first process is called stratification, where you get the seeds to germinate in an ideal condition. Place the seeds on layers of damp paper towels and insert these inside a resealable plastic bag. Place the bag inside your refrigerator and leave it there for 90 to 120 days. You can also use peat moss, but you have to keep this moist throughout this period. The ideal temperature inside the refrigerator is 1 to 3 degrees Celsius. After stratification, the seeds should be planted in seed pots on soil with a 1:1:1 combination of peat, perlite, and sand. Grapes like to grow in well-drained soil. Place the seeds in shallow holes. Position the seed pots in an area where temperature can be kept constant at 20 degrees Celsius. Use a heat lamp if it is still cool at night. Wait for the seeds to sprout the first 4 leaves, or about 2 inches high, before you transplant them into individual bigger pots. In some areas, it is advisable that you allow the grape seedling to remain in the pot for at least a year before you transfer them to a permanent location in your garden. In other areas, you can plant them directly on the ground after the seedlings have their 4 first leaves. Make sure that the soil is sandy, as grapevines do not like too much water. Grapevines should be transplanted in their permanent location when sudden frost will no longer be a problem. Other growers recommend that you provide the seeds with warm stratification for at least 2 days after you have removed them from the refrigerator. The seeds should not be removed from the plastic, but rather kept in a place in your house where the temperature is around 30 to 36 degrees Celsius for 2 days. Then soak the seeds in 0.5 m hydrogen peroxide for 48 hours before you plant them on seed pots. Place the seed pots in an area where it will receive constant light for 12 hours and another 12 hours of darkness until the seeds sprout leaves. Do remember that grape seeds do not carry all the genetics from the parent plant. Therefore, do not be surprised if the grapes you get from the vine that you grew from the seeds to taste exactly like the grapes from which you got the seeds.